in this process of defining terms, one definition is that of teamwork, basic teamwork. So you've probably seen a bowling team, as is illustrated in this picture, a bunch of individuals that have their own skill sets. They each do their best in the bowling team, and then there's a total group score, and they might compete against other teams. You've seen other teams which would just be working groups, people who happen to be assigned to achieve a task together, whether that's a group of people cleaning up trash on the beach, or people who are working together on a political endeavor, or people who are working together in an organization that are assigned to perform some task or achieve some result. And teamwork tends to operate on an arc of capacity. And in traditional terms, teams in the past have been, the evolution of teams has been looked at through the vantage point of 4 steps, which we will describe here. Storming, norming, forming, storming, norming, and performing. There. So the team gets together, it forms, and then it argues about what's right and what's wrong, what's going to be done, what's a priority, what's not going to happen, what is going to happen, what should happen, and what shouldn't happen. So that's storming, and who's going to do what, and who knows what, an assignment of rules. And then forming is the next evolution, where people get usually very defined roles, and they suss out who's knowledgeable about this, that, or the other. And then once they've gotten past that, then the team supposedly is performing. It's functioning more efficiently. People are well organized. They understand who's going to do what, when, where, how, and why. And they function in affecting goals far better than just a group of people who happen to show up and don't know each other and haven't agreed upon anything. So does it make sense that the dynamics of group understanding, learning, awareness, and agreement are key core components of this? So that said, if you go to business books, they might still, even in these days, use the forming, storming, norming, and performing model to say, oh no, this is how you know you've got a good team, because they all agree on the same norms, even if they're very competitive norms or judgmental norms, or if anybody in the team doesn't perform, then they're forced by peer pressure into conformity. That's what a good team is, because then everyone's the same, because they're forced by everyone in the team to be like everyone else in the team. We would suggest that's not a conscious team. And it's certainly not a dynamic of optimized collaboration. So does it make sense that teamwork, in its basic definition, can operate basically sociopathically or psychopathically? There's no defined dynamics of what is ethical, or what is loving or kind or caring or human, or serving of humanity, or serving of the natural world in the definition of teamwork, in its basic generic definition. So if you've got 2 football teams, are they literally working against each other and willing to knock the heck out of each other and concuss each other, or even break the legs or arms of other people in order to win the game? And has that been normalized in our world? And has competition between corporations and competition between nations, has the United States tried effectively to unseat rulers in other countries repeatedly? and or to present propaganda or information to destabilize other nations. We're not judging the United States for that. We're not saying we were either right or wrong or good or bad. We're just describing and asking, has that competitive process had effect in the world and literally destabilized other nations? And is that a form of international competition? And is that a form of tribalized teamwork on the part of the United States trying to destabilize or defunctionalize another tribal team we refer to as a nation? Do the Democrats and Republicans constantly try to undermine each other rather than collaborate? Have they tried to vilify each other, claim each other to be perpetrators, claim themselves to be victims of the other, claim themselves to be right and the other to be wrong, them to be good and integrous, the other to be bad and false or non-integrous? And that back and forth, ruthless, so potentially sociopathic, competitive dynamic is dysfunctional. It's destabilizing. It does not arrive at functional, conscious collaboration.